so welcome to my channel. I wanted to just introduce myself. My name is Taylor, if you didn't already know, and I am here today to make this video and tell you guys all about how I got into Condé Nast College of Fashion and Design. It's a lengthy one, but it's so cool. I am currently studying in a BA Fashion Communication Honors, long thing, but BA Honors Fashion Communication. That is the degree that I am studying right now. It is a 2-year fast track course, so no summer break for me. I go 2 years full-time. We have a semester where we do industry placement, which is basically interning, and then we do, in our final terms, we have a dissertation and it's kind of like a big thesis, basically. So we're writing that in our last couple of terms. I want to go ahead and start off with just a little bit of background on myself. So I'm from Montreal. I studied, I did high school there. I did my 2 years of CEGEP in Montreal. If anybody doesn't know the difference, CEGEP is 2 years between high school and university. In Quebec, we're on a different time schedule. It's 5 years of high school, 2 years of CEGEP, and then your bachelor's degree. And then if you want to go on to your master's, you can, but that's the time frame. So I had done 2 years of CEGEP. I did a year of university. I went and it was a Bachelor of Commerce with a major in marketing. I think I was really into it, but in the back of my head, I kind of was hoping that it would transfer on into this industry because I really do love this industry. I love makeup, I love beauty, I love fashion, every kind of thing that involves this industry, I love. I wanted to go into something like that. I kind of realized halfway through my first year there that it wasn't what I was expecting. It wasn't what I wanted. There was a lot of finance that went with it. There was a lot of just stuff that wasn't really interesting. I wasn't grasping anything very easily. It took 3 or 4 times for me to reread something so that I would get it. And I just realized that it was just not what I wanted. It wasn't for me. So in realizing that that was not the right program for me, I kind of went on a little search or a little quest to try and find something different. So I ended up finding a school in Toronto. Same thing as what I'm studying here, Bachelor of Arts with a major in Fashion Communication. It was a 4-year program. Wasn't exactly what I wanted. I wanted to be kind of done with school. I went ahead and did that. I applied to that. Didn't end up getting in. I found the program in February. The deadline for the submission was February 1st. So I applied March 1st because that was the final deadline. I got waitlisted to that program. I was really sad about it. I didn't know what I was missing, what I had done wrong. I don't know. I was really sad about it. And then, I was sad because I knew that waitlist kind of means a no. There's a slight chance, but the programs are so small that even if you're number 4 or 5 on a wait list, there's a the slightest slim chance that you'll get in. So I was just a little bit frustrated with myself that I hadn't found it earlier, disappointed, all of those emotions. And with all of that, my mom actually, it was a whole family thing to try and get me to where I am right now, but my mom actually ended up looking around for different schools. She knew that I wasn't happy at the university that I was currently at, that I was studying at. So she ended up finding this program, and I was a little bit intimidated at first. She had talked it over with my dad. They're the ones who financially support me, so they had talked it over just if they could afford it, if we could afford me moving here, living here, expenses here, the school expenses, all of that stuff. It's all key things to keep in the back of your head when you are applying. But they talked it over, they said it was okay, and then my mom sent me she had sent me the page to look at the school and the program. I kind of just took a risk, and I was just kind of like, sure, okay. It is maybe August at this point, and the school started in October. So I was a little bit on the late side for admissions, but I took a chance. It was whatever. Now getting into kind of how you apply. So application for the school kind of went seamlessly for me. I asked a lot of questions. I communicated with them a lot. I asked so many times, what do you need from me? When do I need this by? How fast can you get this back to me? Blah, 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 all of this stuff. We ended up going through it probably took about a month and a half to get everything settled. So basically, let's just kind of get into that now, I guess. All the links for the application and how to apply specific, like all the specific stuff, will be down below. I'll link everything down below in the description bar so you can check that all out. Basically, you would send in a form with all the prereqs, all of your information, the about yous, all of that kind of stuff. You would send that into the school. They would review it. If they liked what they saw, they would ask for a portfolio. So the portfolio is part 2 of it. The portfolio I was a little bit intimidated by because they were kind of just, here you go, here's what we want, kind of, but it's anything, really. They were just something creative. Myself, being still business minded, I'm just very lost. I didn't know what to do. I was worried that it wasn't going to be good enough. I kind of just went for it and I did whatever I thought was the best thing to do. So what I actually did, just because I know that this is something that a lot of people worry about, I'll let you guys know what I ended up doing. This was my portfolio. So I sent in a cover letter. This was dated August 29th. We started school October 4th. So August 29th was when I sent in my portfolio. I just addressed different things, explained to them what's in the portfolio, a little bit about me, just something nice to like introduce yourself. Then I included a photo shoot that I did with a few people, to which I styled and photographed each picture. Ask your friends to help you out. I'm sure I had only told them, at that point I had only told my best friend who I actually shot in here. Yeah, she was the only person that I told. I didn't tell anybody else until I actually got into the school. So anyways, I shot a few of my friends. I just asked them to bring certain outfits, and I shot my brother as well. Just ask people to help you out. And you don't have to say why, you just have to say, hey, I'm looking to maybe apply to a few schools. I need a portfolio submission. Can you help me out? So I did that. I also made a magazine cover with those photos. I did the inside layout of a magazine, like intro page or whatever kind of thing with those photos. I also styled an outfit. And then the last thing, just because I thought I needed a little bit of an extra boost, I went ahead and did the college challenge. I'll link that down below as well. Basically, the college puts out, if you're kind of unsure, this would be like a good option for writers as well, but they put out this college challenge. Basically, it's a written report of, there's a few options, but my option was just how one major item would affect a designer. So for example, the Chanel jacket for Coco Chanel, and the DVF like wrap dress for Diane von Furstenberg, or I don't know, the Saint Laurent, the pantsuit, like that kind of stuff. Things that defined a designer. That was one of the options, and I did mine on one of those. And that was it. That was my portfolio. I sent that in over email, and they reviewed it. They liked it. They asked for an interview, and then I was on my way to do my interview. The interview, I think, is a little bit intimidating for certain people. That was like kind of this is the final steps to becoming accepted. I actually had a Skype interview just because I am an international student. I think when you are living in the UK, or if you can get here, they would prefer an in-person one, but they're not gonna ask me to fly 5,000 kilometers to go and meet with them. So I did it over Skype. Seemed really, really intimidating at first, but it kind of just went super flawlessly and smoothly, and I loved every part of it. So I did that. And then about a week and a half later, just keep in mind, this was a very aggressive timeline for myself, just because I was so late in the process of applying. Check out the dates on the website. I'll link it down below. Like I said, just make sure you're on time for stuff, because the program is getting a lot of hype right now, and I'm sure it'll fill up very, very fast. My timeline was a little bit more aggressive, so they had done the interview, and then about a week and a half later I got my acceptance, basically. And that was, after I got that, it was go time. You need to get going, you need to get your apartment, get your butt here where I am right now. So I did that. That was amazing. It was such a whirlwind. I had, in that whole time, a going away party. I told all my friends that I was leaving. I had to pack up basically everything and get myself here. On a side note, just a little bit of promo for me. If you guys do want to go check out my vlogs, I have them. They're my channel, obviously. It's linked down below. Everything will be there. I was vlogging from about the day that I got my visa up until now. I continue to vlog now. I just want to keep people updated. So yeah, just a little side note. Anyways, back to the application or whatever. So I had applied, I got my acceptance, and then it was time to get myself here, like I said. yeah, and then I started school, and then that's basically it. I mean, it seems like such a small little task, but it was huge, and it was so time consuming for me at that point. Now I just want to go ahead and get into a little bit of questions. I had a few from people on one of the videos that I posted. I think it was my Christmas one. Side note, so I do love when people comment or have any questions, just leave them down below. I love to write back. So yeah, let's get into a bit of the school aspect. I will be doing another video, so if you want to leave any other questions about student life or like that kind of stuff, leave them down below and I can do another video on that stuff. Our intro week, they sent us this beautiful document. Also, the other thing too is all of the documents that they send are super nice and they're super well done. So this was the welcome introduction package that they had sent. Just some things to like keep in mind if you are going to apply, or like for us, but then there's other things that I'll mention for you if you are thinking of applying. They gave us a course outline, they gave us the induction week, like the week timetable. They gave us the course overview. So basically the course is 2 years, like I said. It's 8 terms. Each term has 3 modules, which is basically 3 classes, apart from your 4th term in the first year, and then your 7th and 8th term in the 2nd year. Those are the terms where we do our industry placement, which is basically an internship, and our dissertation and our final project, basically. They have that online as well. Just look at that. I think it might change. I'm not sure. Other things that they reminded us to have, just equipment wise. So everybody at the school has a MacBook. I have a desktop as well. I have a MacBook Pro. I have an iPad, which is sitting back there. I have a lot of stuff, technology. We do use every single day. I am on the computer or on some sort of technology, whether it's even my camera. I am definitely creative on technology. So keep it in mind. It is an extra expense, but it is important. They also suggest that you have Adobe Creative Studio. We had a student rate at some point when they asked us to get it, so just keep that in mind. Any Photoshop, InDesign, we use a bunch of different programs within that Creative Studio. They say have a USB, obviously that's really important, and a camera. I have my camera here. It's a G7X. I use it to when we go out, I will either vlog or I'll take pictures. If you have a camera, if you have a really big camera, if you're really into photography, go ahead and do that. Bring that with you. And then obviously just pens and notebooks. A lot of people will take their notes on the computer, but sometimes it is nice to write out. I mean, like I have my little pad there, so sometimes I do write it out. And then they gave us the timetable for the first week. So things that you can kind of expect in your first week. We don't do class work. We did just like student introductions, we did teacher instructions, we had a drinks reception, there were intros to the systems in the school, like the library stuff, the just procedures, referencing, all of that kind of stuff. We did a film screening, just stuff to like have us bond. We did a really cool film screening on, I think it was the first Monday in May. I think that's what it was called. It's basically about the Met Gala. And then we did just like Q&As and stuff with the teachers, so we could get, if we had any other questions, we could have them answered. I don't think there was anything else I really wanted to talk about. I think I pretty much covered everything. If there was anything else, of course, like I said, leave them down below. All of the links to the school, the college challenge, any of my social media as well, all in the description box. And if you liked the video, give me a big thumbs up. Also subscribe. I think it's on this side. I've done this a few times, so I think it's on that side. It's a big red button that says subscribe. So subscribe, turn the little notification thing on. I will see you guys in my next video, hopefully. Have a nice day or night, and yeah. Bye guys.